I know we get so busy meeting to meeting, and especially since these are televised, I thought it might be good to maybe do a quick recap of 2012 of the whole year. First thing I did is I asked Mr. Hoynes and Ms. Myers to reach out to the department heads and maybe ask each of them from their area what the one or two most significant things for 2012 were. None will be surprises, but I thought it'd just be a good reminder of what last year looked like. From a police perspective, it would have been the national accreditation that they received. And very quickly behind that, the chief learned to use an iPhone, so now he can send and receive text messages. Those are probably the highlights from last year from the police department. From a fire, if you remember earlier in the year, we had the automatic aid agreements between, that was Bellevue, Omaha, and Papillion. I think were the agencies involved in that. That reduced our response times, but specifically to residents, it lowered insurance premiums. And then probably just as important, I remember Clayton was injured on the job, fairly significant injury, and he was able to return back to work in 2012. So it was a big statement not only to his hard work, but the department as a whole to work with him in the city to bring him back. From a clerk's perspective, it was the revision of the animal ordinances, a lot of work involved with that. From recreation, Papio Bay and golf, the addition of the Extreme 5K, the creation of the race series, Papio Bay improvements, renovations, and the golf course turnaround. From planning, the downtown plan and the First Street Plaza project getting kicked off. From a building perspective, their theme was doing more with less. They actually reduced a full-time position to a paid intern, but they saw a 15% increase in total permits that were issued. Golf maintenance, refurbished all the sand traps at Terra. From a human resources perspective, streamlined the pre-employment hiring process, and so that resulted in a direct reduction in costs, and also using some local businesses to provide services in that process as well. From a finance perspective, it would have been the CAFR recognition for the second year in a row. From administration, the citizen survey was the item that was noted. From engineering, the thing we just adopted last meeting, it would have been last meeting we adopted, which was the policy to better manage the SID finances and protect some of the public money that's involved in that process. From a legal perspective, Mr. Hoynes hinted at it, it would have been the real estate transactions along with enhanced subdivision agreements and public works. Also, last meeting what he mentioned was the acquisition of the land to construct a public works facility. So we did a lot of things. If you want a really good recap of what last year looked like, pick up this week's Papillion Times. It's got I think a top 10 list of things that occurred. Vast majority of those were municipal related. They also have an article on things that probably should have been considered but didn't make the top 10. They had a great editorial. It's just a really good paper to kind of think about what all was done in 2012. In addition to those specific projects, though, one of the things, and it was quickly mentioned, was the citizen survey. I actually got this note from Ms. Myers when I'd asked the question about the things that were done, but I liked her note. It said, I believe the number one accomplishment from 2012 is the citizen survey. The overwhelming positive confirmation of the method in which Papillion government is run. No matter how valuable we, being the city employees, believe an effort is, it means little unless our citizens generally approve. Their level of satisfaction spans across many departments within our city government. Today, generally speaking, many citizens are critical and distrustful of government. It is rewarding, and city employees should be proud that our citizens approve and trust our government. Many other significant events happened in 2012 which may shadow citizen satisfaction, but all of those major events contribute to a 98% rating of excellent or good for our overall quality of life in Papillion. So that was a great recap. And again, since we've got the time, I thought probably that was the department head's thoughts. That was Ms. Myers' thoughts. That was the internal thought. But I thought probably the best recap of municipal government for 2012 is from the Papillion Times itself. Excuse me. They had an editorial, and I'm going to take a little bit of time just because we've got it to actually read part of it. So this is the editorial of the Papillion Times from this week. With 2012 in the books, only one word comes to mind thinking about the year ahead: optimism. Several of the major announcements last year were the beginning of additions to our community that will come to fruition in the next couple of years. Sac Federal Credit Union, Settlers Creek, and across the street a Dunkin' Donuts. Midlands Place, Fidelity Investments, 2 new housing developments, new middle and elementary schools. I'm paraphrasing some of it, so I'll skip parts of it. Oh, and let's not forget the West Papio Bay Basin number 5, a flood control lake similar to Walnut Creek. Those are just a glimpse of what's on the horizon. Here's what I thought was good. The challenge for many of these projects isn't a lack of vision or a stagnant economy. The cities have shown they know how to get the job done. What our elected and appointed officials need to do is keep up the pressure. Good things are on the agenda in the coming months, but our community must remain competitive so when 2014 and beyond comes, we remain on track. They had 3 items. Number 1, managing growth for Papillion will be crucial to success. Number 2, remaining focused on these goals and not allowing the absurdity of Washington or disagreements in Lincoln to become distracting will be another key. Number 3, to avoid getting lost, we need to keep connected to our roots as well. Celebrating history as well as the accomplishments of our youth and our community is important to preserving a shared narrative that fosters a strong community. And then the Times goes on to say how they'll continue to do their part because they fill a very public role. So I thought that was a great external review of 2012. So I just wanted to say thank you to the elected officials, to the department heads, and really to the city staff and the other civic organizations. We had a great 2012. And the editorial actually was titled 2012 Paved the Way for 2013. So we have a great year ahead.